What's up, guys, and welcome to the Tim Sports Talk. And today we are going to talk about should the Washington football team sign Trent Williams. Now, the two questions are, should they sign him and will they sign him? And to be honest, the answer to both those questions is no. And I will go through the reasons why I think both answers are no. But first, we will go into Trent Williams is a free agent. Should they go into it? You can see articles about it. And one of the reasons it's not is the dude's talented. The dude is so good. When he was in his heyday, and when he's healthy and fully go, he is a top 5 left tackle in this league. This dude is legit at the left tackle spot. So it's not a lack of talent. I would love Trent Williams on this team, a fully healthy dude. But the big problem is he has yet to play a full season since 2013. He does play double-digit games, but even those games that he does play, a lot of times he is banged up and going through injuries, and you're only getting 75% of them. 75% of Trent Williams is freaking good, but then on top of that, he's actually missing complete games, and you're getting 0% of them. Another thing is that he is going to get paid on the open market, okay? And I don't want to pay him. Somebody's going to come out and reach for him, whether it be a team like the Chargers to protect Justin Herbert, whether it be a team crazy enough like the Colts that want to secure up that left tackle spot. I know they have a couple of good guards, a great center, but a left tackle could be an interesting spot for the Chargers to help protect a injury-prone Carson Wentz. So some team is going to reach out and pay this guy $15+ million. Okay, J.J. Watt, another guy that's injury prone at defensive end, what left tackles block, just got $15 million a year, $16 million a year, whatever, 15 and a half. He is going to get a bag. Now, how do we find a way to pay him? We have $54 million in free agency, but we have holes to fill. First off, we haven't signed Brandon Sheriff, and that is imminent, it seems like. They also seem like they want to pay a big-time receiver. So if they're going to pay a big-time receiver, there goes, anywhere from 12 to 18 million, depending on who you pay, right? So you're getting a big-time receiver potentially. You also need linebacker help. I mean, your linebacker position was the weakest position besides probably quarterback. I mean, the linebacker spot is so bad here, except for Cole Holcomb, that we got to fix that linebacker spot with free agency. Do you re-sign Darby? Is there other free agents you're going to go for? This just doesn't make sense for me why they would go for well, I know why is because he's talented, but it doesn't make sense why we would go for him when we have a guy in Cornelius Lucas who played fantastic coming in when Jaron Christian got hurt. This dude, 6'9", 328 pounds. You can see it here, 78 PFF. Only one penalty out of 536 snaps, which is insane. That is awesome. I mean, even Trent Williams had 10 penalties. You can see it back there on the PFF. 10 penalties, 4 sacks allowed, about 1,000 snaps. So we're about half the amount of sacks, but only a tenth of the penalties. Cornelius Lucas is still under contract as well, so he's much cheaper option. And I would love to get a left tackle in this draft to potentially sit behind Cornelius for a year if they don't earn the job outright. Obviously, if we get a first-round left tackle, they might just earn the job outright. But even if we draft one in like the second or third round, like a Walker Little potentially, who's also another big dude, there's a lot. This left tackle draft is deep this year. There might be 4 or 5 that go in the first round alone, and then there's a few in the second that could be there. There's a ton of talent at the left tackle position that I would love to grab up now on a rookie deal instead of putting a bunch of money into an injury-prone Trent Williams. Also, another reason why we may not get him is what is the relationship between him and Ron Rivera, right? And before we get into that, is that there was seemingly not a bad relationship between him and Dan Snyder. When he left here previously, it was a big problem with Bruce Allen. He hated Bruce Allen and how he treated him, like the injury and the cancer diagnosis and all this kind of stuff. He hated Bruce Allen. But he said outright that he had no problems with Dan Snyder. So I don't think there's going to be a problem there. But with him and Ron came in last offseason, and he had a disgruntled Trent Williams who wanted out. And we had a top 5 left tackle some injury prone that we talked about, but we wanted to keep him. We already had him under contract for another year. We wanted to keep him. And Trent Williams refused to play here. Him and Ron Rivera sat down and talked, and it actually took forever for them to talk. I remember, people were asking, have you talked to Trent yet? Have you talked to Trent yet? I know COVID and stuff was going on. No, we haven't talked much yet. No. It's it seemed like it was weeks, maybe even a month or two before they even sat down and talked when he walked in the building, which was crazy when you had a left tackle disgruntled, who's such an important position. And you would think one of the first things as a head coach, you would go and try to talk to your left tackle into getting him back in the building. But there seemed to be something weird there that I don't know if there's a great relationship between Trent Williams and Ron Rivera, and that's why they eventually ended up letting him go for whatever reason, whoever side which was having the bigger problem, probably Trent Williams, but there might be other things that Ron Rivera just doesn't like. He's a very by-the-book person. I know Trent Williams has been suspended multiple times for marijuana possession or marijuana drug tests, failed drug tests. I don't know if maybe something along those lines, like maybe some character concerns that he is just not a fan of, that being Ron Rivera. So I don't think Ron Rivera is really interested in paying this guy a bunch of money when they don't necessarily see eye to eye on everything. And even though I think Trent Williams did love his time here, he loved to be a Washington football team player, but I don't think he ends up coming back here. I think somebody's going to throw a bag at him, whether that be the Colts or the Chargers or somebody else, and he will not be here. But that is my thoughts. You guys let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. Also, in the description, there is a Discord link. Come in the Discord and talk some football with us. And last but not least, there are support links in the description if you could donate to the channel. If you feel so kind, there are those that are for you. But yeah, I am not a fan of Trent Williams coming here, not because he's not talented. The dude is talented through the roof. Injury prone. Too much money. Old. Just too old. I want a nice young left tackle in the draft. And until next time, see ya!